Welcome into Scarlet Hollow, Part 9. We're continuing our hardcore mode playthrough. Episode 4 awaits. I've already saved, so... The decision you made in Episode 3 bears heavy physical consequences, and a visual reminder of those consequences will follow you for the rest of the game. You can reduce the intensity of this visual reminder or remove it entirely at any point in the preferences. Would you like to see a recap before going to Episode 4? Nah. You open your eyes. It's a new day, and you feel like shit. In the bright morning light, you're finally able to take stock of just how much the spirit took from you. You feel dulled, your bones creaky, your soul weighed down with the exhaustion of age. I don't care what happens to me. I made the right decision, and I'll do it again. Yes, you did what had to be done. Who knows what would have happened had you left that ghost behind to fester? I mean, let alone with Oscar and Rosalina? Nah. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, just wanted to check in. Hope you're doing a little better. Also wanted to ask, have you heard from Stella? You check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Call Stella. Hey, what's up? Haha, just kidding. I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology, huh? Anyways, leave a message, or don't. I never check this thing. The mailbox is full and can't accept messages at this time. Well, I'll at least text her. I've been flirting. Morning, hot stuff. You wait for a few silent minutes. Your message sits undelivered. Wayne did threaten her. Oh God, what if she's in trouble? What if she's hurt or dead? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried. We should go looking for her. Let's meet up in town as soon as we can. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Let's visit Dustin, see how they're doing. You open the drawers. They both have bread now. Woman is back. Smell old now. Maybe change mind about eating us? Could be the end of Dustin and Dustin Mom. I would never eat you. I love you. These guys are so cute. Dustin Mom know better than to trust. When push come to shove, survival more important than friendship. Dustin Mom spent too much time outside and different inside. There's enough bread for everyone. No need eat friends. Dustin still have childhood innocence. Hope Dustin get to keep that innocence forever. I guess your glass house still has that squatter? Tried to reclaim glass house last night, but asshole squatter too big and strong. Dustin Mom stand no chance. Might have to live in Dustin house forever. Human big and strong too. Probably more big and strong than asshole squatter. You fight, give Dustin Mom glass house back? I'll do my best. Nah, anything for you, Dustin. Squatter have sharp things on head. Human be careful. But Dustin Mob would be grateful. Would be eternally grateful to human. Dustin too. I should get going. Okay. And that's that. Check the closet. Have you moved yet? You make your way to... Did she move? I think she moved. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Okay, so someone was in there. Guess I don't get to do anything more. Take a shower. Maybe the shower will help these old bones. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The hot water soothes your aching joints. Despite the state of the bathroom, the shower is a good place. As it rinses your body clean, you think about Stella running off last night. Hopefully she's just sleeping in. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Head downstairs. Time to face your cousin. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking this week of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Does it even matter how they strike plays out? Any resolution would merely treat the symptom of the disease rotting at the heart of Scarlet Hollow. For things to stand any chance of getting better, there's something deeper you still have to fully uncover. Any news about the trapped kids? We have confirmation of at least one voice down there, and the boys have been digging around the clock. I don't think it'll be long before we can put all this unpleasantness behind us. Talk about what happened. So ghosts are real? Do you regret what happened to me last night? I didn't think making a deal with a ghost would feel so physically bad. I thought I was making a metaphorical trade. You have no one to blame for this but yourself. I wanted to leave. You refused. Who just goes and makes a deal with an angry ghost? Why would anyone do something like that? Because it was the right thing to do? So ghosts are real? I still can't get over that. I can. What does that actually change about anything? You're a Scarlet. You are probably going to die young anyway, and still have a mind, and I still have a mind to run. Well, thanks for... Have you heard anything from Stella? I can't get a hold of her. No, but that's not exactly newsworthy. I'm sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. We can't take freaking responsibility for yourself. We should probably get going, right? Yeah. I've dawdled long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. Good luck with that. But let me know if you get into trouble, okay? Well, that's new. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Let's see how Frou-Frou is. You walk over to the cat. Oh, c'est moi. C'est toi. Qu'est-ce que tu veux maintenant? Wait, there is something different with you. Has the years finally caught up with you? I made a deal with the ghost, so I'm old now. Every day that we open our eyes, we're making a deal with life. All of us are stones on the shore, weathered a little more each day by the relentless tides of time. We will all be ground to dust by an uncaring universe, but that is the beauty of life. I missed you last night, Frou-Frou. That makes one of us. Do you know anything about the stone carvings scattered around town? I am not here to be your commandant, chien detective. Je suis un chat. I'm here to watch you flail about in the darkness. I'm not here to provide answers to whatever mysteries confound your feeble American mind. Thanks for not attacking the possums who live in my drawer. They're my friends, and if anything bad ever happened to them, there would be hell to pay. Of course you would consider those rats to be your friends. I will not dirty my claws with their diseased flesh. Not respectfully. She scoffs, her tail twitching with annoyance. But you can sense she's less annoyed than she usually is. Maybe she's getting used to you. Bye, Frou-Frou. Good talk. She scoffs as you turn away. Well, fuel up with a quick PB&J. If Stella's MIA, who knows when you get the chance to eat? And who knows just how much your new affliction will affect your appetite. You make yourself a PB&J in anticipation for the long day ahead of you. At least I'm not carrying around boiled peanuts anymore in my pocket. I lost that. Let's investigate the garden. Whatever kicked out Dustin's mom is in the garden right now. You better look into it before you head to town. Why I'm talking like I did for Frou-Frou, I have no idea. The air is chilly today. The overcast sky hanging oppressively over the weed-choked flower beds. I'm not seeing any creepies in the... Oh, hey, there's a possum. Investigate the greenhouse. You start carefully picking your way through the underbrush. It doesn't take much effort to find a path. Cuttings of prickly raspberries. Raspberry bushes and tangled vines litter the ground around the cuttings. Somebody cut their way into there? Litter the ground around the greenhouse. Talk to animals. The glass house, one could say. You step towards the door. Is that a goat? It's sealed shut by a lock, and you catch a brief glimpse of a horned shadow through the ancient clouded glass. Try to talk to whatever's behind the door. It's sealed shut by a lock, and you catch a brief... Oh, I already read that. What's your name, little guy? Goat. What you doing in the greenhouse? Human put me here. Can't complain. Pretty sweet digs, honestly. Stays nice and warm, and there's plenty to eat, too. Did that human have a brown coat and big boots? Coat like what, fur? Nah. Not brown, yellow fur. Just on top, like all you humans. Don't know what boots are. Can't help you there. Hey, whoever you are, there's a possum that would like you to leave. She was here first. This is her house. Don't want to leave. I live here now. She can deal. Where did you come from? Farm. Used to live with other guys like me. Kind of miss them. But not that much. Don't got to share anymore. Examine the lock. Looks pretty sturdy. You'll need some tools if you're going to get this open. Maybe Stella or Kanika could lend a hand later. Guess I'll leave you to it then. I find it funny in this, like, visual novel style game, there's a side quest. See ya, or not. It's Wild World out there. You investigate the garden. With Stella missing, it's best not to keep Kanika waiting for much longer. Yeah, true. Head to town. It's time to head to town. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. The birds sound different today, muffled, like your ears are full of cotton. The dull sun shines down on the surrounding wilderness, seeming to wash the color from the world. But you're adjusting. Already your body is starting to accept the change that has come over it. To accept that this is how things will be from here on out. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line. A feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. 1, 2, 3. 4. I only see 4. Avery. To your surprise, you find a familiar face making its way up the path towards you. Hey, I was just coming up to see you. Hope you're able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. They don't say anything about your appearance, but you can see them take you in, the light of the day revealing your new features clearly for the first time. They smile. Clearly they like what they see. You doing okay? The spirit's taken a piece of me, but that's all. It's gone, but I'm still here. Nah, let's be a little bit more optimistic. The ghost may have taken my youthful good looks, but it couldn't take my hotness. My bone structure can never be laid low by mere aging. You got that right. What doesn't kill you makes you hotter, right? Not flirting. Remember, we already... How do you feel now that it's a new day? Possession is the sort of thing that can leave a mark on a person's soul, as I well know. Oh, thanks for asking. About the state of my soul, I appreciate that. I'd be lying if I said it didn't have an impact. I kind of feel bruised all over, physically and spiritually. But hey, that's part of life, right? Nobody makes it to the end completely unscathed. Well, let's hope you don't. And I'm kind of thrilled that my new emotional baggage comes from a ghost instead of some boring, normal trauma. Have you heard anything from Stella? I haven't heard from her, though we don't text much, and I haven't checked in with Winnie to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything. I don't know why I had such a struggle reading that, but if you haven't heard from her, that doesn't sound great. Seeing her like that last night was awful. She's usually so unflappable. Nika and I are looking to meet up to look for Stella. Want to come? Absolutely. I told Winnie I'd be coming in late today. I've got time. I don't know how much time, though. From what I saw this morning, the diner is hopping. It's absolutely packed with miners. They must be using it as a home base for the strike. Oh, and by the way, there's a strike going on. I'm sure you already know that, though. I have to imagine Tabitha would have told you this morning. Let's head to town. Yeah, good idea. You and Avery start back down the path to town. It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Neeks! Neon, you made it. And you picked up an Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, like, emotionally. Yeah, I'm not bad. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. Joints all out of whack, totally exhausted and super foggy. Hey, maybe it took life from all of us, because that sounds how, my character described themselves as feeling. Mom has been insisting I caught a cold, and I wasn't buying it. But as of this morning, I've come around. It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've all had. But I'm not going to let that stop me from looking for Stella. Well, if you're catching a cold, maybe you should put on a jacket, a hoodie, sweater, something warm. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today, but she couldn't have had told all that she couldn't have told all of us last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune? After last night? I doubt that she actually could. Your mom's always had a bit of a... I wouldn't doubt that she actually could. Your mom's always had a bit of a Glinda vibe going for her. Yeah, maybe. I should stop making fun of her whole New Age mystic thing. A lot's happened in the past couple of days. Yeah, you might want to, especially when they're older and they've adhered to it for that long, it at least works for them. Now, is it real? Is it not? I don't know. But does it work for them? Yes. Ugh. I need to take a page out of Stella's book and just block all this shit out. I need to be focused. I can't keep having all these existential crises. There'll be plenty of time for tea after we found Stella. Let's not dawdle. I'm worried about Stella, and it doesn't feel right to be doing anything that isn't actively looking for her. Agreed. Let's get to work. Where to first? Well, we got to check her place. Let's go check Stella's house. A good place to stop. Maybe she just slept in. That's what I'm hoping. Would have gone already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today, just in case I ran into yet another horror from beyond the veil or whatever. I wish I could give her a good voice. You make your way towards Stella's house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. The interior is cold, and not just physically. There is an absence of joy and life that leaves only a chill behind. This is the ghost of an empty house. There's a sobering dread that comes with the knowledge that your search won't end here. For the life of you, you can't remember if Stella closed the door behind her when the two of you left for the library yesterday morning. I don't sense anything supernatural here, but I don't like the looks of this. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? Yeah, we should go in. Cool. I'll be brave and go first. Every casually steps over the threshold into Stella's house. The living room is almost exactly as you saw it the other day. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. It doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything. Unless it happened in another room, or maybe someone or something caught her off guard. You didn't have to add that last part. I'm going to forget you said that and just be thankful that it doesn't look like a crime scene. Why invest? Well, we can see if she ate something this morning. Stella's kitchen is messier than she left it yesterday. A couple of cabinets are hanging open and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Someone was here after Stella and I left yesterday. We didn't leave the kitchen like this. So what? Do you think someone rummaged through the kitchen? She must have come home last night. Why would anyone else leave the living room in one piece just to trash the kitchen? I mean, the town's surrounded by monsters. Maybe they got hungry. Or maybe she came home last night, had a snack, and didn't feel like putting things away. I feel that. But then that leaves us with another question. If she came home last night, where did she go? And why did she leave? And why haven't we been able to reach her? Investigate Stella's room. You make your way down the hall, what you do assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any sign of violence. It sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? I think you about summed it up. This is definitely a room. Yeah, nothing much to comment on. This is what her room's been like pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. It could use a few more houseplants. I'll put together some trimmings after we found her. Aw. She still does those corkboard with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration. Actually, they're for tracking connections between objects, or information, or whatnot. It's so you can see a progression of where the information takes you. All right, don't think we're going to find much else here. Let's move on. Because I'm definitely not snooping in her computer. Okay, so she probably came home last night, but she's not here now. And we don't have any idea where she might have gone. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I hope she would just be sleeping in. I can't believe she's actually missing. We'll find her. Where'd you next? Would she go to the mines? I don't think she'd go to the mines. Let's check in on Oscar. He's smart. Maybe he'll know what to do. I hope nothing else happened after we all went home last night. I'm so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we went through. I'd rather sleep in the woods with the ditchlings than some place that was that haunted. Your mom said it's safe, and I'm inclined to believe her. Why would she lie? But how would she know that? Magic, probably. But there's only one way to find out. Let's go. I like the wink. Morning light streams in through the library's large windows. In the bright daylight, it's once again a place of comfort, all menace having fled in the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure. No ghosts, thank God. I was not up for an encore. Yeah, it's gone, just like your mom said it would be. You can't help but overhear the murmurings of an intense conversation coming from the mayor's office. Or rather, the murmurings of an intense animal conversation. Investigate the conversation. You start making your way upstairs towards the mayor's office. Hey, what are you doing? A small gang of dogs holds court in the mayor's office. Most of the dogs quietly watch from the sidelines, but two of them, a sheepdog and a basset hound, are in a heated conversation with Mayor Jimmy. Their tags read Scraps and Daisy. Pixel sits on a shelf nearby, wearily keeping an ear to the conversation. It looks like you've all sorted this out. I don't see what you need me to do about any of it. Sorted? Things ain't sorted until the town is safe. Now, we may have got the beginnings of a militia together, but there's plenty of pets out there who are still ill-informed about these things crawling out in the woods. You're the mayor. They'll listen to you. Just tell them to stay inside until it's handled. Listen, Scraps, buddy, I hear you. But the last thing we need right now is anarchy in the streets. It's of no use. I told you he'd be bullheaded. He's always bullheaded. Always the sore loser, aren't we, Daisy? Things are fine. Nobody has to worry about a thing. The mayor pulls himself away from the conversation to acknowledge you. Oh ho ho, I remember you. You're that out-of-towner from yesterday, the speaker. The other dogs murmur amongst themselves for a moment, and then turn to face you. I'm sorry you had to see this little display. Politics can get so messy. Have any of you seen or smelled Gretchen? She and her person are missing. Is she missing? Oh dear, Scraps, you don't think. Gretchen's a person? Would never let that happen to her. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's safe from those things. A dog like her doesn't get to be that age without a watchful human at her side. Even if she's safe, I don't like the sound of this. See, Jimmy, this is the cost of inaction. Gretchen is a pillar of our community, and she's missing. What will it take for you to finally open your eyes and do something? If you wait until you're the last dog left in Scarlet Hollow, it'll be far too late to save yourself. Yes, I get it. You're all very upset. But what do you expect me to do about it? Shut down the town? What about the economy? Do you even know what economy is, Jimmy? Or are you just throwing around fancy words you've heard the humans say? Of course I know what economy is. I know all about economyism. Oh, good, because I never understand a lick of what humans talk about the economy. I just figured it was just some made-up word they yell at each other when they want to stop talking. So please, enlighten us. I'm not going to debase myself by playing a game of trivia. Not in front of the speaker. Thought so. And to answer your question, we did catch a whiff right around here, and another near her house. Haven't picked up anything around town since. Let's hope these creatures haven't already gotten to her. Can you help us find her? You got better noses for this sort of thing. We'll do our best. We didn't intend to make any more trips out in the woods, but if it's for Gretchen, we'll take that risk. She's a well-liked dog in these parts. Been around longer than any of us. It'd be a blow to the community for her to fall victim to those monstrosities. Mr. Mayor, you should listen to Daisy and Scraps on this one. There won't be anarchy in the streets to worry about if every animal in town was taken by ditchlings. I like this one better. There must be some way everyone here can work together. Panic in the streets would be bad for everyone, but we can't just not do anything about the ditchlings. I don't think there's much compromising here. The mayor is either in or he's out. And it sounds like he's out. I told you this would be a waste of time, Scraps. And I should have listened to you. Let's go, shall we? Excellent. Office hours are officially over. Do close the door behind you. I'm overdue for my appointment with a nap. You and the dogs exit the mayor's office and close the door behind you. They quickly turn a corner and vanish from your line of sight. You find Kanika and Avery waiting for you in the lobby. Took a peek in there. You just had a full-on conversation with those dogs. It is so weird when you do that. Does this sort of thing happen a lot with Neon? Yeah, it kind of takes some getting used to. After last night, it'd take a whole lot more than Neon having a conversation with a gang of dogs to faze me. I guess Oscar must be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if my family managed to unhaunt my house. I've finally been surprised at how unsupervised. I've always been surprised at how unsupervised this place is. Sometimes it feels like anyone could just walk in and do whatever they wanted. Like what? Steal books? I mean, they could, right? I'm not saying anyone would. I'm just saying the people in this town trust each other a lot. It's nice. Let's go find Oscar. You make your way back towards the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the light of day, as if the events of the previous evening were all just a terrible dream. By the way, I really like this like walled walkway with the glass top. That would be so cool. Like, I mean, even if it's connected to my garage, but I mean, like connecting it to like a greenhouse or a solarium, which is a sunroom. I don't know why they call them solarium. Well, I mean, I know why they call them solariums because sunroom. Yeah. More accurately, it feels as if the events of the previous evening were mostly just a dream. That hideous stone carving is still buried in the basement, and though it's subtle and subdued, you can still feel the faintest of hums reaching out from it. So those stone carvings actually absorb the fear, anger, hate, strong emotions, strong negative emotions, and feed off them or capture them and basically project like Junior's voice. This hallway really takes me back. It feels like only yesterday that we were last here, blissfully unaware that our entire lives were about to change forever. It was only yesterday. I know. Kanika knocks on the door. Oh, good morning. It's so good to see all of you. Neon. He takes in the sight of you standing in the bright corridor. I hope you're doing well this morning. Please, come in. You have no idea how good it feels to sleep in our own house last night. Though I suppose I didn't do much sleeping. I mostly sat and stared at the hatch all night. Nothing happened. But the idea that something could happen was more than enough to keep me wide awake. So, what brings you here? Stella's been missing since last night. We're trying to figure out if anyone's seen her. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? I'm starting to freak out. I really care about her, and she's just gone. That's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. God, I feel like this is all my fault. I should have done a better job of warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found it. I don't even think she knew how she'd react. And besides, you didn't know how bad it was going to get. You can't blame yourself for everything, man. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay, but sometimes that's just not going to be possible. You are only one guy. Now I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. That doesn't mean something bad happened. But it doesn't exactly sound like it's all sunshine and roses for her either. Sorry I can't be more helpful, especially after everything y'all have done for us. I know time is of the essence right now, but while you're here, I wanted to let you know that I'm determined to do whatever I can to help investigate what's happening to our town. I was hoping we could compare notes. Might help me narrow down where I should start my research. As far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal in Scarlet Harlow before very recently. Now here we are, suddenly surrounded by weird little goblin creatures in the woods and plagued by angry ghosts. You think there was an inciting event? I do. That's my thought too. It was never like this in the holler before. Something must have happened that kicked off all this magic stuff. Avery stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only started happening once Neon got here. You're not wrong. Exactly. If there's a catalyst for all of this, why wouldn't it be the lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Neon, getting into town isn't the only major event that happened lately. Pearl Ann died over a week ago, and those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time he arrived. Not to mention, I started seeing things in our house before Pearl Ann passed. I never thought to make a note of it exactly when the spirit made itself known. If there's a root cause for all of this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in the bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there's ever been any similar events, and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. Well, we'll fill you in on what little we know, so you at least have some place to start. We've been finding these weird stone seals. There was one in the mines and another in your basement. There might be more. These are those carvings you mentioned last night, right? To think there was something like that under my house all this time, and to think someone must have put it there. But who? What was his name? I can't remember. This gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thank you, Neon. Neon, didn't you say you felt something similar to the mine seal outside the clinic yesterday? I hope that doesn't mean something weird is about to happen there, too. Uh-oh. Losing the only doctor's office in town? Seems like it would be bad. Here's hoping we sort things out before that becomes an issue. You know, I was thinking about filling that basement with cement and pretending it was never part of the house. But if we're all here, maybe we should go down and take a closer look at the carving, seal, whatever it is. Oh, heck yeah. It'd be like checking out the behind the scenes of a haunted house the morning after. I mean, I know you're joking, but that's literally what we'd be doing, right? Huh? I know, you mention it. Now that you mention it, yeah. I guess that wasn't the best analogy, or a way too appropriate analogy. It's been bad enough going into haunted houses and abandoned coal mines at night, but there's something that feels so much worse about going down there in the middle of the day. I can't say I'm thrilled about the thought of it either, but we need to do whatever we can to start getting ahead of things. I really don't think this is a good idea. The spirit is gone, but you can still feel a faint hum undulating from the basement. Imminent danger may not await you down there, but the stone carving remains active. If at least weakened, who knows in what strange way it might manifest itself. I want to go down there. I don't care what my instincts say. I mean, because this is kind of a horror movie, I guess. Going down there is worth the risk. We've been seeing ditchlings in broad daylight. I don't think we have the luxury of turning down clues. I couldn't agree more. After everything you've done to keep my family safe the past 2 days, I'm not going to risk losing our home because I was too scared of an old stone carving. Oscar, I feel like this is a bad idea. What, you don't want to put yourselves in another potentially life-threatening situation? Not if I can help it. I'm not really a hands-on kind of investigator. That's Stella's thing. You don't have to go down there with us. You can wait upstairs. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a reason why Kanika has to go. Oscar leads you back down the familiar hallway to Rosalina's room. Oh, hi, everyone. What are you doing in my room? I'm going back into the basement, Rosa. I'm afraid there's something down there that might help us figure out what's going on in town. It's probably best you go to the library while we... No way, if you're going down there, I'm going too. Remember what you said last night? No more secrets. We're in this together. You're right, Rosa. You can come with us. No more secrets. Am I the only person in this town who doesn't have a death wish? Sybil said that the ghost is gone. I really don't think there's anything to be afraid of down there anymore. Just give me a moment to move all this stuff out of the way. Oscar gets to work moving furniture from the trapdoor, his broad shoulders making quick work of it before you and your companions know it. You find yourselves transfixed to the trap door. Oscar opens the hatch with a menacing creak. Everybody's heart skips a beat, though Avery might have skipped a beat out of excitement rather than fear. But none of you are swept up into a ghostly nightmare puppet show. The sun continues to shine. The birds continue to sing outside Rosalina's window. See? Nothing to be worried about. A slight tremor in his voice tells you he's mostly saying that to himself. Shall we? Yeah, I take it back. I'm good staying up here while you all take a look down there. I do not like the vibes I'm getting from that pit. You descend the basement stairs, and you find yourself in the same cold, unfinished place you were in last night. The hum is still faint, but it's louder here. You take a deep breath and push it out of your mind. Well, I guess whatever we're looking for is in that pit. I guess we should take a look. Oscar walks up to the burial site, eyes widening as he peers inside. Stare into the pit. The eternally screaming remains of Charles Shaw Jr. are exactly where you left them last night, staring back up at you from empty sockets. The carving lies beneath him, the heavy, cold stone acting as his coffin. Strange power emanates from the carving. It feels like some living thing, a darkness preserved in stone, buried out of sight and away from eager hands. Or at least that was the intention, but power like this can't stay buried forever. Charlie. He looks so small. Dang, Charlie, Neon's grandma really did a number on you. Nobody touch it. I'll have to call Dr. Kelly about this. We should put his body to rest, right? That's how these things usually go. At least in the movies, and hey, we disturbed his body and he hasn't come back for a sequel. Confirmation that he's gone for good, right? No, because sequels sometimes happen years later. I think so. That's gonna make it a lot easier to sleep tonight. Does that mean you'll let me sleep in my actual bed? Whoa. Let's give it one more night. I still don't know how I feel about you sleeping on top of that rock. Yeah, I agree. We should destroy this thing. Are you sure about that? That carving is one of the best leads we have. Dad, that thing stole our house. I suppose it did. And we do have a photo reference to work with. Okay, I'll give it a go. I'll do some research. Maybe we can use some sort of acid on it. Or a pickaxe. I mean, it is a mining town. You and the others make your way back up to Rosalina's room. As soon as you're all in one place, Oscar closes the trap door and moves the pile of furniture back in place. So, did y'all get possessed or cursed or anything? No, but we did see a dead body. Close enough. Glad I stayed put. I'll be back to check in on you in a minute. I've just got a couple of things to finish up with these folks. And that's where I'm going to leave this. I hope you all enjoyed your time here, and you have a wonderful rest of your day.